the map and walk.
You don't need a copy of Charles' request.
There we go.
Charles' request will do. Make yourself a house. Grab a cookie?
Were you on a slope today?
No, it's not good.
Were you on a, out on the slope
No,
today?
I was
It was
not.
so cold.
I'm supposed to go to
Okay, because of the cold, yeah. Hello, how are you?
Is that the growth? Chris has got the growth right here. You want, give it to me.
Which house was it?
You're asking too much, Chris.
You moved that number?
Yeah, maybe.
That's gonna change to 5:35 or whatever, to 4:34.
To put in tomorrow. That's cold, but I don't think that's the.
I didn't get it out.
That's the number I remember.
Yeah, I have 13. So I have 13,000. What do you,
This is the total.
that, is
It's
that
not
the 20?
net. It's not the net. The net takes away
And that's
all
probably-
the work you put into the road.
Because I had to take it as,
Yeah, the total value, you use 95,000 commission. Remainder, that's the tax.
oh yeah.
Is this, are you officially
There
at
was a
this meeting
small
or
check
not?
at the end
Yes.
for the
Okay.
difference, right?
I get the opportunity.
So
to
is
present
that
it,
maybe
but
in
I
your
will- But I will let you decide because I'm asking.
That's the value, right?
Or I
This
should
this is
do
what,
We did an
Are you
exchange.
officially?
this is what the contract.
Well, I don't know, I'm
The value of the contract was.
sort of
at
an
the end of the
outsider, I'm just here to
The only
listen.
thing that we turned out was tax
you
money,
can listen.
so small
Just
check
if
at
you
the end
speak, I'll need
to
you last
cover the
week.
difference between.
As long as you're quiet, I don't need to know anything. I was just thinking.
She's not usually quiet, so.
We got about 1,000.
Have you been skiing?
Bottom line.
I've
Yeah,
been
let me-
teaching,
I'll
I
get-
haven't
I
actually been
thought it was
out.
on this.
Teaching at Avenue?
Yes,
Ready?
and going to races for my brain.
That's the value of the timber cut.
That is so great.
Yes.
That's the value of the timber. Am I right?
Ryder's up at
Yes.
Sugar Bush and he
Yes.
sent me
That's
skiing and
what-
powder through
That-
the
but
trees.
then you
and
did an
they're all the
exchange
boys
with
are
them
just-
to-
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
awesome.
awesome.
It's just awesome.
That's why I'm asking you, what did we
Yeah, Sugar
deposit?
Bush. Oh, Sugar
Yeah,
Bush.
Sugar Bush.
That's right, that wasn't that number.
Sometimes.
All right, let's call the meeting to order, please.
I always have to go and check.
And
Please join me in the pledge of allegiance.
Ed, you will lead us, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Any public input tonight?
I guess that would be me.
You gotta speak up, Susan.
Susan Reagan, Governor's Road. I'm representing the supervisors of the checklist, and we would like to know if our raises been put in for the budget, because you don't want to do a warrant article.
We will discuss that later.
Okay.
It's on the agenda.
Okay, that's my comment. I may not be here, I may be in there later.
Well, we'll get it to you.
Okay.
If Chris wants it back.
Dan, anything?
Well, just one quick, the applications for offices tomorrow, the 22nd through the 29th. And Karen and I just spoke about, depending on how many people decide to run, do we want to do a candidates forum? So we're going to wait until your next meeting, and she'll then know how many people decide to run and whether there's a body there that would be compelling to hold a forum.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm not running, so
We heard, yeah,
You're not running.
I'm not running.
for sure. Are you sure?
Yes,
Okay.
it's a success.
Yes, Susan?
I'm sorry, I have another comment. I would like the board or the selectmen to recognize Jan's trustee of the library position. It's the first time we've filled it. Last year she ran and filled it. She's done a great job here and she wrote a good, very detailed proposal for the budget. So I just think she should be recognized for that.
We recognize you.
Thank you.
And you guys did a nice budget proposal,
Thank you.
nice package.
Thank you.
Chris, anything as a public, no, public, okay. We're going to do some real, just go over the warrants and the budget one more time. We're having a public hearing next Tuesday, right? Tuesday,
Yes,
at 6 o'clock.
yes.
I could give you a couple of tweaks. There's a couple of, on the revenue,
Yeah.
there is in the box right now $10,000 worth of current use changes. In the box. Land use change, oh, it's 10,000, we put 10,000 and we got it, it's in the box. So
What do you mean, what?
we're gonna sign 2 warrants
Oh.
next meeting.
Oh, so do you
for
want to
10
increase that?
It's in the bank, the 10,000 in the bank, do we think we want more? Do we think we're gonna get more current use changes?
What about them?
Are we gonna get, what do you think, we're gonna get more next year?
I thought before the budget meeting?
No,
No.
before the end of next year.
Oh,
I put 10.
Sure, yeah, there's very likely.
Current use, do we want to increase that is what he's asking?
Yeah.
There's 10,000 in the box in there and we have to sign, so.
Oh, it's already? We're gonna get another one before the year.
That's
Yeah.
the
So what do you want to
question.
increase it
Why
to?
don't you make it 20?
Yeah,
And that's the, not the yield, that's the land use?
That's correct.
yeah.
Okay. So go to 20?
Yep. I think what's interesting here, Joanne, you did a nice job on what we're, on the last page of what we're getting from the state.
In the state? What was your state?
Where did I see that?
Page 2.
To the,
You showed how it was coming down.
at the end, you mean,
Yes.
go to the last page?
Nope, I'll have to look for it. I saw it on one of your documents. But it detailed what we received last year from the state for grants and what we are getting this year. You don't remember? I made that up.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're okay with the revenue, because we're going to go over that next week. Okay.
So, as is, except to increase it by 20?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
On the expenditures, we had a request to increase the supervisors of the checklist salary from $18 to $20 because we've been operating for the past decades. If it's an elected official, it's a warrant article. If it's an employee, we control it. Well, we have found out after all these years that we don't need a warrant article. So, Joanne, what did you find out?
It's that we can add it into the budget. That's, I mean, not even, at first we had heard you had to make it so that the public was aware that we were putting that into the budget. But from what I just learned, if we could just put it in, and if anybody asks, we explain it, but you don't have to do a warrant article. And that's in the NHMA booklet that just came out. It's also in there, so.
And it's also from the town attorney.
And it's from the town attorney, so. right.
So let's go to the supervisors of the,
Page 14141. You don't, I mean, they don't have a lot of money in there for next year anyway. They have $1,800 for salaries, but,
one election.
right. And I don't know if you guys feel that's adequate,
That's
or,
It just
fine.
brings us up to the same level with the other staff,
Yeah.
office staff.
So I'll make a motion that we increase the salary of the supervisor of the checklist to $20 an hour.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So do we want to increase that line at all?
How many hours are in there? I mean, we're talking $2 on, no, it's close enough.
I don't know what you guys put in for hours.
I was
Close
out
enough.
with my surgery, I don't know.
Do you want to make it $2,000?
No, we're good.
Leave
Okay,
it alone.
leave it alone.
But it's a raise for those folks.
Thank you.
We-
We work hard.
That was easy.
Yeah,
Well, getting here wasn't, but
we had a request from Craig Evans. We interviewed Kristen about being the archivist, and she'd be very interested in taking that position, so I make a recommendation, we appoint Kristen as the archivist.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Craig submitted his resignation last year, effective December 31st. He thinks there's more work for him to do as an assistant. So he sent a letter to us asking for us to increase the budget to give him, what was it? $1,000.
Yeah.
Over 50 hours, 50 hours at $1,000. So that's an add to the budget if we want to do
I
that.
did add it in there just in case you guys
Yeah.
approved it.
Well,
It's on page 3,
Yeah,
the bottom
right.
section. Yeah.
No, it's in it.
It's in with that first one, archival record processing labor.
Oh, okay.
It's in there, I added. I can break it out and put a separate line for him, but
It's not necessary. Okay, so.
can I make a comment? Is it the right time to make a comment? I'm sorry, you're sorry.
You
You're probably
know-
sorry I'm here. But I think that Kristen's.
You usually watch us on tape.
No, I usually do. She can't meet people here during the day because of her job, and in order for him to have a key, he needs this
he
position.
needs to be an employee.
He needs to be an employee.
Yes. So,
I think we should break it out as a separate line item for assistant archivist
okay.
and put $1,000 on it.
Yeah.
So I'll make a motion that we hire Craig as the assistant archivist.
It's easy to use, so I'll second.
And put $1,000 in the budget to pay us out.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anything else in here? So this is what we're presenting Tuesday evening.
You guys are okay with all the vendor requests, which would be
Yeah.
food pantry?
That's what we voted on.
Okay, okay.
I go a line item there on the salt shed, I'm not sure what page
Oh,
it is.
it's under the road agent. No, it's under
Buildings.
buildings. Replace the salt shed on page 3,
Page 3.
under the government buildings. Right.
Repairs, okay. I think that should be zeroed, and the 10,000 should be added to the warrant article that puts more money into the repair fund. I don't think we're gonna need to do that in 2025. I think what's there will hold up well enough through 25, and certainly, Chris, you can weigh in on this too, but I don't think 10,000 would be enough to fix that shed when it finally comes time to do it.
Not enough to a permanent fix, but I did think about it a little more, and I came up with another solution maybe to make it look a little better and last a little longer. I can try and get rid of the sand as much as possible, don't add any more to it. Get it cleaned out by the springtime so that we can let that wood dry out over the summer and paint the inside of it, because right now the material that's in there holds moisture, and it's sitting against the bare wood. It was never painted on the inside. So maybe what I thought about doing was looking for something that's a little heavier duty, like a garage floor paint or something that's a little more rugged. Could paint the inside of it, and then if it's dry enough, paint the outside also. It's just a matter of it being wet. It's wicking moisture, it's holding moisture. So it's something we could try.
Right, so I would say, I'll make a motion that we remove the 10,000 and add it to the warrant article 11 for building maintenance.
How
gonna pay for this?
And the building maintenance line we got.
You're taking it out of operating and putting it into a warrant article, which puts it in the bank.
Right, we got $5,000 for building maintenance.
But that's,
The line right above that.
but that could be for this building or any building.
And it could be for the salt shed,
It could be.
right? And again, that would be another temporary fix.
Yeah, I mean, temporary as in, I would hope it would last another 10 years before you had to do anything. We're also replacing those panels, roof panels too.
Yeah.
Did you get that done?
The roofing is up there, but the weather just has not
Yeah.
been kind of ideal for it, so. If we get a break in the weather, the material's sitting there and it'll get done.
So we have,
I'm sorry,
No, you
What
go ahead.
what you're asking then is to leave the 10 there, try the repair that you're suggesting, and it'll at least get us through the one more year, and if that fails and it doesn't work, then we can reconsider for the
Yeah.
26 budget if we have to do more.
I'm just throwing it out there as an option. It's totally up to you what you feel comfortable doing, but
What do you guys think?
If we can get a number of years, it's never been treated, you use maybe some sort of epoxy outside to keep
yeah.
the salt away from it.
I think there's a couple of options. You need some sort of barrier there so the moisture does not keep wicking through. Whether that be paint and then something more permanent on the outside, but just needs something in there to keep the moisture from coming through. I mean, it's not a permanent solution. It really should be concrete, but I think we could make it look a lot better and at least give it a shot. I don't know what it would cost. I haven't found the proper paint yet, but
I want to propose that we leave the 10,000, and because we've talked about a concrete crib, we also leave the 10,000, you just add it to the warrant articles.
Yeah.
And we buy some time at $10,000 a year to get some money for the concrete crib.
I think that's a fair option.
so
Okay.
leave the 10 in the budget and put another 10 into the warrant.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. That means it's like the inflatables would be like maybe 5 years from now, but maybe we can get, maybe build it up to the money,
I mean, if you did the 8-foot high concrete wall all the way around, you're talking probably close to $100,000. It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of footage there.
I wouldn't be surprised especially if you buttressed it so that you wouldn't get the damage that is there
Right.
now.
Right. Because salt will weaken concrete too over time.
Yeah, again, it would have to be sealed. The concrete still needs to be sealed no matter what. You have to keep that moisture and the salt and stuff out of it, but I think it's doable.
All right, so 10 and 10.
I want to go to page 5. And right in the middle of the page, it's our operating budget. Operating budget went up $90,000, give or take, $80,000.
It depends on how you compare it.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay,
That's
so,
exactly what I'm trying to
okay,
do.
so the 2024 budget with warrant articles,
Yes.
with the warrant articles was $1,569,000.
And I don't see that, where is that?
Go down to the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, so then the 2025 budget is actually, without the warrant articles, is actually less than
Okay.
the 2024. But then when you add the proposed warrant articles in that, you're gonna have to add another 10 to that.
It's flat,
It's still pretty, yeah, it's
It's
pretty
flat.
flat, it's flat,
and that's because we're putting less money into the bank.
right. And the road, we put a lot into the roads last year, the paving, and then we also have paid in advance, well, we will, the 50, 60,000
Yeah.
for,
Holly Lane and Roberts Road. So
right. Then that's already paid for, so,
You're gonna have to coach me on this one. If I look at, I'm looking at 2024 budgeted,
with the warrant articles that are in there, because once they're approved, once they voted on and approved, we can put them in the budget.
on 2024, I go down to it, says no warrant articles, and it's 1569.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have put that. I put that in there meaning for 2025, but
Thank you,
yeah.
thank you. So that is the total expenditure last year, our tax effort, 15.
6.9.
Yes.
Yep, yep.
And this year, it looks like it's gonna be, if everything's approved, 1562, which is flat.
And another 10,000 that you just added.
Yes. Okay, I can explain that.
But it's basically a flat.
Yep. All right, so that was that.
You understand?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, can I ask one more question? So, once I put those changes in, am I giving them to Leah to post on the,
Yeah, would you, Leah?
all right, I'll give you those changes.
And we'll need copies for next Tuesday.
Okay. And the same with the revenue? You want that
Yes,
on there?
yes, revenue's part
And
of
what
it.
about your warrant articles?
Yes, anything talking about money, we talk about.
Okay, so we put them in on, under the selectmen's?
Yep.
Okay,
But I absolutely, we have three public hearings
next week.
next week, and I've asked Leah to put a blurb out reminding the public about all three. Monday, Tuesday,
Wednesday.
So we have
Wednesday?
budget, and then you have your Moose Mountain?
we have Who's Bound on Monday, we have the budget on Tuesday, we have planning board on Wednesday, is that
Okay.
right? Planning board Wednesday?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And the planning board warrant articles will be non-monetary, right? They're just,
That's right. Okay, we're taking the committee reports. Do we have any committee reports? Any committee reports? Road agent, nothing. Little snow. The roads were excellent. Excellent. I mean,
Well, there's still snow on them, so.
I had a compliment.
barely.
A compliment that where Wakefield and Brookfield come together, the Brookfield is better than the Wakefield.
Well, making an effort.
Yeah.
It's a little too cold for the salt to work, but hopefully by the weekend it'll be clear.
Okay. So we're not going to have any. Did you have a report or anything, Karen?
Not a report, just a reminder that the declarations,
Go ahead.
file for town offices, the declarations opens tomorrow, the 22nd, and runs until the 31st at 5 PM. Come in and see the town clerk to file if you'd like to run for one of the town offices. We encourage everybody to consider.
I have a couple things for you.
Okay, Leah.
Susan Rayban, on behalf of the Wakefield Brookfield Historical Society, has requested the use of the townhouse on September 9th from 6 to 9. They request that we be waived, please, since it's the Historical Society.
Anything else?
Also, the book club, the Brookfield Women's Society Book Club is requesting to use this room on Saturday, February 8th at 2:30 for about 6 people. Because that would be not enough people to rent the whole townhouse. So they'd like to use this room for book club.
I'm okay. I'm okay with
I'm
that.
okay with both of them.
Okay.
I'm not sure I heard everything on the first one. That was in September. What are they asking for? They want to use the townhouse?
Yeah, for their annual meeting, I think.
That's not annual, it's a monthly,
Oh, not that one.
because we've always done the annual meeting in October, and Nancy said it was too cold last year, so she wants it, in fact, she wants us to use it. The
So,
rest of the time will be in the downstairs at the Gaffney, in the community room.
so as an introduction, you've got some quotes on cleaning that facility.
Correct. Correct.
Because people have been volunteering, doing it, and it's a lot of work, and I think we should try to find someone that we can hire to do that. So what did you find?
Okay, what I've got is 2 proposals. I gave you guys each a copy of it. And I'll refer to proposal A and B. Proposal A was for $100 for each cleaning event. And there was a list that I gave them of all the tasks that need to be performed.
Both people got the list, both groups.
Yes, they got the same list of tasks. Proposal B was for $300 for each cleaning event. And proposal B, if there's anything extra that we ask beyond the list of events, it would be done at a rate of $75 an hour. And on proposal A, any extras would be at $30 an hour. So based on that, I'll make a motion that we award the proposal to candidate A at $100 per cleaning and $30 per hour for extras.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
When do we charge it? When do we charge it? That's the sticky point, right? So people
Yes.
are gonna go in there, they're gonna use the facilities. Either the town eats the $100 every time we rent it or give it away.
Well, if it's a town function, I think the answer should be yes. The town will lead it and pay it. But if it's a private function, then I think we should charge whoever is using it that cleaning fee.
You have a list on the form. The second page there, Leah, because I get one, a nonprofit was no fee, and then I can't remember what the other things were.
Do these people have their own insurance? Or
Yes.
they do?
Look at that.
So I guess
This is the one for
on the form, we should have an indication whether we are waiving the cleaning charge. You have to
We should
update
get
that,
this to the,
right?
yeah, we should get to
Make it clear whether the $100 cleaning charge that can be waived.
by a decision of this board.
Yeah, I mean, like this, they're coming in, right, they're coming in, it's the Brookfield, Wakefield Historic Society, they want to use it.
Yeah. I mean, issues like that, I think that's a good option. I mean,
But if
it's a
someone
non-profit
wants to rent
organization.
it for a baby shower or a wedding or something, that should be part, I think,
I
it
think
should
it
be
should.
part of the fee.
Yes, that was the private function, if I want to have a shower, I have to pay to have it cleaned.
Yeah.
All right, good, thank you. Yes, Chris?
Would it make sense to change the wording of that to collecting a fee, but, treat that as more or less a bond, and if you're getting charged by the hour for the cleaning, if whoever is paying to use the place, if they should be paying by the hour for the cleaning, just depending on the depth of cleaning that needs to be done after the event. In other words, if you charge $100 for cleaning, and it winds up that something really was a mess there, and it takes them 2 days to clean it, using it as an extreme example, so the $100 isn't going to cover what the cleaning actually was.
the extras.
Yeah.
So what are you proposing?
Well, just the wording of the form to say, cleaning to be paid at this rate per hour, I don't know.
And we'll be reimbursed if nothing in excess is,
I'm just wondering if it makes sense so you don't get caught with, because depending on who rents it, they could say, well, it's only going to cost us $100, who cares? And that's,
Always gets complicated, doesn't it?
So we could say the ordinary cleaning fees be $100 and if it's going to be messy, I don't know whether it's just word's going to be.
Anything above and beyond typical cleaning or
Yeah.
something.
And then like $30 per hour,
Yeah.
yeah.
It just,
Just to cover the event of that, because if you're going from not charging for cleaning to charging for cleaning, that kind of opens the door to people to say, well, we're getting charged $100 for this, we don't care, and they make more of a mess than maybe they would if,
yeah. All right, so Leo can just write that up, just whatever.
Yeah, I'll run it by you guys.
Yeah, you get it.
do we have an agreement form that they sign when they
Yes.
request? Okay, so it'll be included in that?
Yes.
Did you nominate this person? Did you? To
Yeah, we nominated and passed.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this to Leah.
Okay.
And that's the insurance.
Mike,
Okay.
we have to, as you know, Rick Surratt was on from the planning board effective earlier this year, first of the year, so we have to accept this officially. So I'll make a motion to accept Rick Surratt's resignation from the planning board.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We make sure that's in the meeting minutes. We have Karen's given us a letter for a deputy. She recommends a very well-trained Brookfield resident
New Brookfield resident.
to be a deputy. Karen's interviewed her, Karen's happy with her, Karen can work with her. So I'd make I'll make a motion that we follow your recommendation and hire, and I don't have her name, I'm sorry. Elizabeth
Elizabeth Bune.
Bjorn.
She goes by Liz.
Okay.
How do you spell the last name?
Buehne.
As a deputy town clerk
$20 an hour.
at $20 an hour.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Craig, we talked about Kristen, we talked about Karen, we talked about 18 to 20, we talked about. We've got a letter from SRPC detailing all their accomplishments for the town of Brookfield. Because we paid our dues this year, so they are giving us a lot of attention. We'd love to look at this and see how much we want to put in the town report. If we want to put any in the town report, I mean, conducting pavement assessment for all town maintained paved roads with forecasting occurring in early 2025.
Can you repeat what you just said?
They, as an example, they said they conducted a pavement assessment for all the town maintained paved roads with the forecasting occurring in early 2025. I guess they're going to tell us what they found.
Okay, I just didn't hear you.
Sorry. They completed a bicycle pedestrian count on the Cotton Valley Rail Trail. And there's many details of what they worked on for us. So we'll take a look at that. You might see it in the town report. That was our correspondence. Manifest, do we have anything to pay?
Sure do. So we are now doing bi-weekly pay, so I would have payroll at each meeting as well. Okay. So those who submitted timesheets, we got paid, and those who didn't
Okay.
will get paid next time.
Right, so we don't actually.
You don't need to do anything, you just know.
We just have to sign them at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the,
Is that the sign file?
look at that one, and I will this one.
So if people don't want to be paid every 2 weeks,
They just don't submit anything.
give it once a month and they'll get paid once a month.
Whenever I get a timesheet, yeah. If they don't submit it at the end of this month, then it is whenever I got one. I'm not chasing people anymore for any
I
timesheet.
just want to understand, when they submit them, if I
Yeah.
want to accumulate, so be it.
Yep.
Okay, so this is, little manifest is $1,607 for the first payroll of the year.
Yep. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay. CAI Technologies for quarterly tax maintenance, $262.50. Spectrum Communications, $99.98. It's Charter, actually, Charter Communications.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, they look like, they extended as Spectrum, and Jan Ledbetter for NHMA moderator training for town meetings, $55.
Oops. You got one on the clean?
EFP, yes, that's the payroll taxes.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
So that was $592.74.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
No,
Now
it's okay.
Jan, yeah. $55, and I believe that's in February. February, she'll be doing that. I had to buy 1099 forms for $33.98. Kindle Construction, I have $4,032.50 and $3,415. Leah had, Leah Gage postage for public hearing of 14 certified letters, $135.52. Not cheap anymore in mail. Mitchell Municipal Group, I have $97.50 and $85.02.
No, I hit the 97.
Oh, sorry.
144.
I'm sorry, I skipped to page 144, correct. Border Office Machines is $85.02.
Yep.
Primex for our workers' compensation coverage, $1,614, that's annual. Staples, $191.25. White Mountain Oil and Propane, $411.87. An overpayment, or I should say a tax payment that was overpaid that we need to refund to the Whittemore Family Trust, $991.89. A refund due for property taxes to Zachary Simone for $45. That's it.
And the total in this manifest, $12,207.75.
Can you read that one more time? I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Read it again, please.
$12,207.75.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion we accept the manifest as presented.
Didn't we pay Simone last time?
No, you signed it, you signed the warrant, but I didn't pay them yet. It's right there, the warrant,
Okay.
yeah. You
I
signed
know it
it,
came
or
out.
I don't know if it's a warrant, but it's a,
Authorization.
yeah.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the auditors will have, the auditors were here today, and will be coming back tomorrow morning. They'll, by the end of the audit, we'll know our fund balance from 2024, and they'll also complete the MS 535 for us, and submit that to DRA.
Did you contact Primex?
I did.
Okay,
And I haven't heard back.
okay.
I did send them an email and asked,
The workers' comp?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, and also for insurance, if there was a way we could incorporate Chris's.
Yes.
But I haven't heard back. I have that on my list of follow-up.
Okay.
And we pursued a parking ordinance, and we have to be clear where we want to post no parking signs. But we can do that easily if we just say this is the area. So if you'd like that done for turnaround purposes or whatever, if you give us that list, we can write an ordinance up.
Okay.
Speed limits are more challenging. The default is 35, and unless it's really an urban area, it's difficult to get it down to 25. There's not a lot of urban areas in Brookfield.
Not in Brookfield, no.
A couple of Cedar Park maybe. So that's what we found out.
Okay.
All right, anything else?
Oh,
Yes, Jen.
good, I forgot. Christine Collins just reached out to me. She's the director of Parks and Rec in Wolfboro, and she said the amount that they are
Yep.
charging us will be exactly the same. It's not increasing, so
Excellent.
that's just confirmation.
Good. Okay, meeting's adjourned. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
I'm gonna look up that timber cut reading.
Yep.
I'm gonna, you can have that back, and I'm gonna go.
Is that what you need?
It's a little bit different than I think we have, but I'm gonna go
Jan,
look and check.
Okay. Get to the public
this is the final summary here.
And then.
That's the net from the sale,
Questions for Ron and Sue.
number here. And
So.
The cash was this.
no, no, this should be the final number. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, let's see. If
But
we're
the
gonna.
timber tax, so that's why,
But we have to write it.
I mean, they
that's,
approved it. Oh, they did.
But that they.
that's why I think I would have to do the math, I think.
Fred
What
Comeau.
is this one, Boyd?
It's the,
Deposit?
it's the one that I do.
Doesn't want
Yes.
it.
On
Doesn't want it in
my,
there.
it's
Just
just-
wait, but which one are you
it's the
doing?
payroll
Whatever
tax.
you can do,
Running up something.
Not gonna be
because
at the
we're not
public
doing
hearing.
anything for
So
free.
if you
Oh,
can,
so
really,
I
which one?
started out
On Tuesday.
Oh, having Bob.
You're here Monday.
and Karen.
Correct, and Wednesday.
They all, but I heard,
See, I thought, I think
that-
Scheduled to
That's-
be in
that
there,
number there.
change there.
yes, and
So
then,
that's the remainder from the tax.
that's great,
Which-
that's what I was thinking.
That-
But she just asked,
The
she
first
just
and third.
now.
You would put it down to this.
Yes, they are the same.
I'm gonna
Oh.
because we were, and some of it was for the tax.
Yes, so there's a total, there should be two checks, 14,665,883. That's just
No, we're signing checks on the
Okay,
whole.
we're good.
this one, final summary.
I'm out of here.
All
Gonna go
right,
down
Yeah,
tomorrow.
thanks, Thanks, glad you got your ready.
It was like
Sale.
that 10 minutes.
I'm going to I need the curtain, yeah.
You're loud.
What do you got?
So that it's.
Church of Brookfield.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could do it in timber.
Are we doing, are we